I'm Young Buzz. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have something really special to talk about, and I think ONCE are already buzzing with excitement. TWICE is officially stepping into their 10th anniversary, and they're doing it in the most TWICE way possible, full of love, energy, and surprises. On September 19th, JYP Entertainment dropped a huge announcement on TWICE official social media accounts, and honestly, this one feels extra meaningful. They revealed the full 10th anniversary timetable, and at the heart of it is a brand new special album. The title is 10, The Story Goes On. That alone gives me chills. Doesn't it sound like a reflection of their journey so far, but also a promise that the story really isn't ending anytime soon? The album is set to release next month on the 10th at 1 p.m., and trust me, ONCE are already counting down the days. But here's where it gets really exciting. They're not just dropping an album and calling it a day. TWICE has planned a full campaign leading up to it. We're talking about a prologue film, online covers, posters, and even streaming events tied to their tour. It's almost like they're saying, if we're celebrating 10 years, we're gonna celebrate it properly. Now, about that prologue film. Have you seen the teaser clips? The members are showing off these quirky little challenges that highlight both their talents and their personalities. Like, who knew a 10-ton car show could even be a thing? Or crying in 10 seconds flat? It's so playful, but at the same time, it feels so TWICE. They're not afraid to be silly, to laugh at themselves, and to just show their natural side. The second half of the prologue is even more heartwarming. It shows them failing missions, cheering each other on, and celebrating with a trophy. And that's what makes TWICE so relatable, right? They're megastars, but they always let fans see their real personalities. I want to pause here and ask you guys, what's your favorite kind of TWICE content? Do you prefer the polished music videos and stage performances, or do you love it when they drop those casual behind-the-scenes moments where you can see their natural charm? Personally, I think both sides are important. The polished side shows their professionalism and artistry, but those natural clips, they're the ones that make me feel like I know them as people, not just idols. Drop your answer in the comments because I really want to know what makes you feel closer to TWICE. But wait, there's more to this anniversary celebration than just the album. TWICE is also releasing a film called ONE in a MILL10N. The clever twist on 1 in a million, which has been TWICE's fan slogan since the beginning, is such a beautiful touch. This documentary is scheduled to come out on the 20th of next month, and it's going to cover their entire journey, from debut all the way to now. We're talking interviews, behind-the-scenes tour footage, and reflections from the members themselves. Just imagine sitting down and reliving 10 years of TWICE's history through their own eyes. Honestly, I think this is going to be emotional. I wouldn't be surprised if ONCE all over the world have tissues ready for this one. And let's be real, 10 years is a huge milestone for any group, especially in K-pop. Think about it. In an industry where contracts, lineup changes, and disbandments happen all the time, TWICE has managed to stay together, stay strong, and continue growing. That's not easy. It speaks volumes about their bond as members, but also about the loyalty of ONCE. The fans have been there every step of the way, and TWICE has always made sure to show that love right back. That relationship is what makes this anniversary so powerful. Now here's a question for you guys. Where were you when you first discovered TWICE? Was it during like, ooh-ha, cheer up, or maybe later with fancy or feel special? I think sharing our first TWICE moments will make for some really fun stories in the comments. Personally, I still remember the first time I saw the Cheer Up performance. It was just so catchy and full of energy that I instantly thought, this group is going to be huge. And here we are, 10 years later, with TWICE breaking records and still making ONCE feel like family. What I love about this 10th anniversary plan is how it feels designed not just as a celebration, but as a conversation between TWICE and ONCE. The album title says, The Story Goes On. The film says, 1 in a million. And everything about it screams, this is about us together. That's a rare kind of fan-idol relationship, and it's something worth appreciating. Alright, let's dive even deeper into what this anniversary means, and why Twice's approach could set the tone for how other K-pop groups celebrate milestones like this. So let's think about the bigger picture here. Twice's 10th anniversary isn't just a milestone for the group and their fans, it's kind of a cultural moment in K-pop. Not every group makes it to 10 years while staying at the top of their game. And let's be honest, Twice didn't just survive these 10 years, they thrived. They've built an identity that feels timeless. Even people who don't consider themselves once know Twice songs. I mean, how many of us have had TT stuck in our heads at some point? That kind of impact doesn't just fade away. The way they're choosing to celebrate is also worth talking about. A special album, a prologue film full of personality, a documentary film, and fan events. It's not just content, it's storytelling. They're telling the story of their past 10 years while also hinting at the future. That title, 10, The Story Goes On, is basically them saying, we're not done yet. And honestly, that message is powerful. After a decade, a lot of groups slow down, but Twice seems more energized than ever. Now let's be real here. As fans, anniversaries like this make us reflect too. I think many of us tie Twice's songs to different parts of our lives. Maybe Cheer Up Keep reminds you of your school days, or Feel Special got you through a tough time. Music has that power, right? And with Twice, their music always feels like it's been a companion for once throughout the years. So here's another question I'd love to see answered in the comments. What Twice song has been the soundtrack of your life? If you had to pick just one track that defines your journey with them, what would it be? I'll share mine. Feel Special has always hit home for me because it's about being seen and appreciated when you feel invisible. And isn't that exactly what Twice has done for their fans? They've made millions of people around the world feel special. And speaking of feeling special, can we talk about the documentary, ONE in a MILL10N? The title itself already feels emotional, but knowing that it's going to include never-before-seen footage and personal interviews, it's basically Once's dream come true. We get to see Twice, not just as performers, but as individuals reflecting on everything they've built. I think that kind of transparency is rare, and it's going to create a much deeper appreciation for the group. I'm honestly preparing myself to cry, not just from nostalgia, but from pride. Because think about it, when you've supported a group for years, seeing them reflect on that journey feels like you're a part of it too. Another thing I want to highlight is how this sets an example for the industry. A 10th anniversary should feel like a two-way street. It's about honoring the fans just as much as it's about celebrating the group. And Twice gets that. They've always been fan-oriented, and this anniversary plan proves it. Other groups might release a small fan event or a limited edition album, but Twice is creating an entire narrative, almost like a festival. That's what makes this moment historic. Of course, this also makes me wonder about what's next. If the story goes on, then what's the next chapter for Twice? Do you think we'll see more solo projects, more global tours, maybe even a brand new era of music that's different from anything they've done before? Personally, I feel like Twice is entering a new golden age. They've proven themselves in Korea, they've taken over Japan, and now they're cementing their place internationally. It feels like the next 10 years might be about legacy, building something that lasts even beyond the charts. And that's where I want to hear from you. What do you think Twice's future looks like? Will they focus more on solo activities, or will they continue building as a group first and foremost? Leave your thoughts down below, because I think this could spark a really interesting conversation in the comment section. To wrap this up, Twice's 10th anniversary celebration is more than just an event. It's a reminder of how far they've come, how strong their connection with fans is, and how bright their future still looks. 10. The Story Goes On isn't just an album title, it's a promise. ONE in a MILL10N isn't just a documentary, it's a thank you letter to the fans who stood by them through everything. And the fact that Twice is celebrating their decade with so much energy, humor, and heart just proves why they've lasted this long and why they'll continue to inspire people for years to come. So Once and even casual listeners, this is the moment to celebrate together. Let's honor not just Twice's music, but the memories, the emotions, and the community they've built. And now, I'll throw the final question to you. When you look back on 10 years of Twice, what's the one memory that stands out the most to you? Let's fill the comments with our favorite Twice moments and make this video a little anniversary party of our own. That's all for today's video, but make sure you're subscribed because we'll be covering every update leading up to the album release and documentary. This is Buzz, and until next time, let's keep the story going together.